Hi, this is Kim with Scholarly Pursuits. Today we're visiting a farm market in Lansing, Michigan, and I wanted you to experience it as I've experienced it in the past. This is my second or third visit here, and I always try to stop by this market. Usually my hotel when I stay here is near this. Actually, mine was right next to this market this particular trip. But as you see, we're driving into the parking lot of the market. Now, for some reason, I go to the back of the market, and I was thinking that was an entrance to the market, but it really is, but it's more to the beer dock. I wasn't going to the beer dock. As you can see, the day's a little overcast and cool. And first of all, I don't drink, but I kind of wanted to see what a beer dock was. At this particular farm market, they have lots of events and stuff throughout, food trucks and events, and they have a calendar. So when you go on the website, you'll be able to see what their weekly specials are and what other events or activities that they might have. Now, as I'm walking up here, the first thing I feel is the smell. It smells incredible. You know, they make amazing caramel apples here, all different varieties. They make popcorn, different varieties. So as they have a pizza area where they sell pizza. So as you walk up here, the first thing is the smell that attracts you. Now we're walking past the garden center, and I want you to see some of the items in the garden center. On the other side, there's even more inventory of different lawn ornaments and things like that. So I don't actually go to that side, but I did want you to see they have a garden center. This farmer market, like many, I would assume, has just about everything. So these ceramic pots, it's summertime, it's springtime. It's a great outing for this time of the year because we're ready for summer to come in, full swing. We're not quite there. We have days that are 70 or 80 and then days that are 50, but come to a farmer's market and you will just feel like it's summer, and it's a great experience. So my eye was on these bags, and I got a little turned around when I first walked in the store. I turned to the left, and there was a customer service desk. I didn't realize I was just going to look at those bags, and then I couldn't get out. There was chains, and the cashiers were there, and I'm like, I turned the wrong way. Now, these flowers were the first thing that I saw when I came in, and just what a beautiful display. That's one of the things about this farmer's market. It's clean, it smells great, the displays are just perfectly maintained. Look at those apples. One of the things that I've been doing lately a lot more, I used to just rinse my vegetables. If you notice, sometimes apples from the grocery store, they feel kind of waxy, and you could actually sticky and stuff like that. So I've been seeing a lot of videos about using vinegar and baking soda to soak them, for 15 minutes to get all that stuff, the pesticides or whatever. So I've been doing that more. Those are homemade tortillas. So I want to take you through the vegetables first because, we need to, a lot of us eat healthier. Look at that. Look at the signage. You're easy to read. It's colorful. There's no question about what the cost is. Asian pears, there's a sign that tells you all about Asian pears. So if it's a fruit that you haven't tried before, a vegetable, now those red things, those are young coconuts. But the dragon fruit, I was curious about dragon fruit because first of all, it looks kind of ugly, but I looked it up on the website and it says it's used for diabetes, pre-diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. What if we could put the pharmaceutical companies out of business by just eating a healthier diet? We could save money in a lot of different ways, right? So I'm challenging myself this summer to eat every week something I've never eaten before as far as a fruit or vegetable. So I'm going to go to the international markets here in Columbus, Ohio. We have multiple international markets. So I'm going to make myself try some things I haven't tried in the past and just, expand my palate. Now I'm walking around, there's a hot bar. I don't know about you. Hot bars remind me of buffets. Extensive cheese collection that of course reminded me of Whole Foods here in Columbus. But look at those cheese curds that are coming up. My mom loves cheese curds. I have a friend from Wisconsin. Every year he sends me a Christmas box with cheese curds from Wisconsin. This one had ghost pepper cheese curds. Has anybody had those before, and are they hot? I'm not that crazy about hot food, but I like hot sauce. That's about as hot as I can go. And Buffalo Wild Wings. The flavors looked really, really interesting. Sorry, Mom, I didn't bring you any back. But cheese curds, they had so many different varieties. So let's see what else we can discover as I continue to walk around the market. So we're continuing through the store, and I was talking about hot bars before. It reminds me of buffets. I'm not a big buffet person, never have been. I like the variety of buffet foods, even Whole Foods. It's something about food that's just kind of been sitting out there. I don't know how long it's been changed. People, kids, whatever, have they washed their hands and things like that. So I'm not a big hot bar person, but I understand the practicality of our busy lives and all the things we're juggling these days, how a hot bar would be desirable for some. And this particular store does a great job. Everything looks well maintained. There were lots of staff. It was well stocked, a great inventory. So this would be, if you're going to go anywhere, I think it'd be a good place to try the hot bar. Now, you saw the wine cellar, for those of you that are interested in that. And speaking of the staff, you know how sometimes you go into places and the staff doesn't look like they're happy to be there and they grudgingly maybe help you? Here, there were plenty of staff, but even better than that, they seemed like they enjoyed, working there. It's something about when you see people, and not necessarily that you have to be laughing and joking, although I did see that and happy, but just the demeanor of someone that just wants to be there. See that candy striped beets? I wonder what that tastes like. I thought that was kind of interesting. I never heard of a candy striped beet. I don't know what this is. Hopefully I'll show a sign later during the video that says what that is. Look at that white asparagus. I had never seen white asparagus before, and I don't know how they make asparagus white, but if it grows that way. But anybody that knows that, if they can share. Again, here's some more pictures of the dragon fruit. I seem to be obsessed with this dragon fruit, so that must be the first fruit I'm going to try. But just showing you different vegetables. Look at that. I can't even pronounce prickly coyote. Some of those vegetables. Yellow plums. I've never seen a yellow plum. Now let's talk about the price, because for most of us, the price is important. I would say that, you can find some things more reasonable, but this is not Aldi's, you know what I mean? And you're going here more for the freshness and the variety of the things that you might not be able to. I like Aldi's and I do shop there, but the farmer's market is a experience that you have to go. There'll be something within every price point. It'll open your palate and give you different ideas. So let's keep going through the market. If you'll see now, we're by the candied apples, caramel apples. Look at all the pretty toppings that they have, and they're known for their caramel apples. You can even order them online. Then we're going over here to eventually we're going to make it to the gelato, but right now we're just going seeing different there is stuff for dogs and animals. There's just like a whole section for pets, and I wanted to make sure, I always like to include the pets, because there's lots of people that are pet animals and that are not pet animals, but have pet animals and love their pets. So I want to make sure that if you're looking for something unique, something interesting for your pet, look at this whole section for cats, and just a lot of neat things in this farmer's market. So I wanted to stay here for a few minutes to look at the stuff for cats. I'm considering a cat when I retire. At least I keep saying I am. I'm not really a pet person. I tend to prefer to, let them come stay for a little while and send them home. But anyway, I thought I'd share that. Now here's the gelato. It is so good. It looks so refreshing. So many different flavors. I love ice cream. I love gelatos. And I'm walking down an aisle now and looking at the different jams and different just the variety. I wanted to give you a sense of the variety of things that they have. Like, sometimes you'll go in the store and you'll see maybe Welch's grape jelly, and you'll see Kroger's, you'll see a few brands. But in this farmer's market, there are so many different brands and things to try. So I encourage you to visit a farmer's market when you get a chance. Definitely visit Horrocks if you're in Lansing, Michigan. And I'll talk to you later. Please like, subscribe, and share.